Hey friends, welcome to my page DIY Crafts with Dar. Happy Tuesday! Woo! I have the cutest things to show you. I worked really hard last night getting all of the different choices cut out. There's 11 different kits and each one has 4 different choices. We're only doing three of the choices. I will tell you about the other one. But anyways, guys, these are the cutest little kits. So you can do them lighted or regular unlighted. So are you ready to see these? I know you can kind of see it, but this one is a Christmas barn ornament and there's lights in it, so it's going to be adorable. There's a Santa flying through the sky one, there's a nativity one. I posted all these, got them all loaded onto the website. And remember, you always get that discount if you go over to the VIP club. You can get my discount code, so you always get 25% off every single day. And then we do our sales sometimes, so you'll always get the 25% off regardless, because you are my VIP people. So how is everybody? Happy Tuesday. Let me just show you these cutie pies. Okay, let me turn it around. So there's layers on the ones that are lighted. There's layers, like there's an inside area because we're going to put the lights, these cute little fairy lights. Okay, so these do have a place where they can replace the batteries. So if you're doing this for yourself or for a ornament to sell in your booth, I'm going to show you how to do this so that the battery pack is on the outside. These are on the inside. Okay, so that they can replace it. We're going to put the battery pack through the back of this and have Velcro so that they can change the batteries if they need to, and so that they can reach the little light part. And then there's also one that's that you can do without the lights. So I have a regular ornament. I have an ornament with the lights. This one's a stander. And then there's going to be a stander without the lights too. I didn't cut it because I know you guys can imagine, now that you can see how it'll look without the lights, you'll be able to imagine what the stander would look like without the lights. So these are layered. So inside of this, there's layers, okay, that are open. So the lights will fit in there, and then you put the little thing out through there. You got to string the lights through that hole and have the battery pack on the outside. So anyways, this is just one of the many choices. So like I said, there's a baby's first Christmas one that's a deer. We can actually swap the sayings around and put different things on there if you prefer to have the deer with a different saying. There's 11 right now, so I think there's probably going to be more, but let me see if I can find another one of my favorites. Go ahead and say hello. I'm going to share over to VIP group, and there's this great big nativity. Okay, so this one's large. I'm going to show you it. We'll do it another day. I just have so many new things. Look at this. Look at this. So that has lights, but it's large. So that's bigger than the size of paper. So that's pretty big. There are, let me see another one to show you what else is there. Oh my goodness. Oh, let me see. I have a picture here of how they look when they are lighted up. So this particular one that I'm doing, here's someone else's picture of what it looks like when it's lighted up. So that's what the one we're doing right now is going to look like when it's all done and lighted up. So cute little lights that show through. Such a sweet little thing. I think I'm missing a hole on one though. I don't know what happened. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll have to go back. Somehow a hole got deleted off of there. Probably when I was moving the file around, it wasn't grouped. So yeah, okay, I'm getting this plugged in. I will need my glue gun. I will need extra glue sticks. Yeah. Oh my goodness, if you saw this. Holy cow. Okay. My poor glue gun. I don't know what happened. Okay. I'm trying to, it got something stuck on it. There we go. Okay. All right. I have some glue sticks. I did bring in a whole great big pack of glue sticks. We will be gluing the lights so that they are on there on the back side. We'll be gluing those in there. Let me put myself in the corner. Go ahead and say hello. Aren't those fun? I'm so excited to see these in person. I've seen someone else making them, and I'm seeing the little tutorial, and I am just so excited to do it ourselves. All right. Oh, yeah. Let me find. Sometimes, okay, there it is. I found it. Sometimes I can't find myself on here. Okay, let's share it to VIP group, and then we'll get started. There's a lot of tiny painting, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. I think the biggest part will be putting the lights in. But they're each one. So the fairy lights will come with this. I'm going to include them. So when you order, you can order it from me and know that you're going to have everything. So let's see. Christmas barn. Okay, just sharing over to the channel. Oops, if I can spell barn right. That helps. Oh my goodness. How is everybody? Happy Tuesday. All right. Okay. Let's see who's here. Hi, Lori. Good morning. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Sarah. You have these on your painting table. Aren't they so cute? I just love them to death. I have all of them cut out. It was a lot to get everything cut out to have 3 different types of each. Yeah. I want to do multiples, but I need to do a sample of each. I know, they're fun. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Carol. Hi, Janine. Okay, so we're doing the lighted little ornaments. Okay, so these are going to have fairy lights inside of them. You can choose to just have them be a plain ornament. Okay, so I have them priced separately, but there's a lot of pieces to each of these. So just know that like these little kits are more than well, you get your discount. Okay, so think of it that way. You get your discount, but they're more than what the normal ornaments are, just because there's so many more pieces to them. So they're just like a little bit more. But what I was told is that I should price these at $15. What do you guys think? So regular ornaments I sell for $7.95, but the suggested price of the lighted ornament was $14.99, which I feel like that's a lot. Even for me, I feel like that's a lot. Did you buy the 20 lights? I bought both. I bought both types. I bought a variety of all of them, Sarah. So I have some that are 20. These ones are the 10s, but they're not the timer ones. So these are the ones that you turn on and off. So that's, that's the bad thing, is that they're not the timer ones, but that's okay. They will be fine. People can just turn them on and off when they want to. They don't have to be lighted all the time, so they can light them whenever they want to. I got some of each so I can see which ones I like. I got some of the colored ones. Huge variety. I have boxes and boxes of the fairy lights now, so I might be responsible for some of them going out of inventory. Maybe because I need to have them to sell, and I also want to do 6 of each. I think I don't want to do a ton. I'm thinking that 6 of each is enough. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Chris. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Denise. you sell your dot painted ornaments for 15 and they sell, he was just curious about how they do the 20 light on the 10 light. Yeah, you just cut the wire. Okay, so I watched Chris do her demo. So Chris is the person that designs these files. I watched her do her demo, and she does just cut the wire. If you have the 20 ones, she does just cut them, and it doesn't hurt anything to just cut the wire. I see, I'm kind of like, you cut the wire and it's just hanging there. Yes, she just cuts it and it's hanging there. Okay, so I'm trying to sort things according to what they are, because they're all going to be like, we have white and white. We have lots of white. Okay, so maybe I can do this a better way. Like all the pieces together that are the same, like all the trees together, all the barns together, all these little white parts together. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it works out that way, right? All the backs, because I have, so the insides I'm not going to paint. I don't need to paint the insides. I do need to paint this part, the stand part. Okay, so there's one that stands. All right, there's two that are ornaments. And then all the guts and everything, the insides. Oh, there's more. You know what? I was missing two. They're hiding inside of this one. I had to cut more last night. I was like, why am I missing? I was missing, they were inside of that one. That's so funny. Okay, so I don't have to paint these. If you want to paint the back part, you can. Okay, I don't generally paint the back of my ornaments. Okay, this is going up here. So now I'm just going to sort all the pieces, because this ornament, we're assembly line painting. So all the pieces are identical with the exception of the back piece. So the back pieces are different on these. So I'm just going to sort everything. And so the ornament ones, one doesn't have holes on it. Okay, so one's just flat. So I wanted to show you how to do that, because it can be kind of confusing to think that there's different ways to do this. So this one's actually the stander. So this one, because it doesn't have the top part. This next one is an ornament. Okay, so here's the ornament. So the ornaments that have the lights have these little things here. So the insides, they're like a spacer. Okay, I'm not looking at questions yet. I'll look at questions in a second. So I'm just sorting my pieces so I can paint all the like things together, because that's easier. That's what I would do when I'm assembly line painting. I would sort, and I would do all of the wreaths, all of the bows, all of this, all of that together, so that it's easier for me to paint the colors. Okay, those guys. All the little lacy part. Okay. All right. So on the backers, so did I do it right? Oh yeah. Okay, so this is the back part of the one ornament. Okay. So, and then this is the part for the stander. See how this has the little piece for the stander. Okay, so that goes into the stander. Okay, so it's all going to make sense as we do it. So just kind of keep in mind that it's all going to come together as we do this. So the top part will be blue. I'll show you the picture of what it's going to look like. You can do different choices. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. Okay, we're doing the one on the left. Okay, so that's the one we're doing. We're going to use, for our background color, we're going to use winter blue for the sky part. And then down here, we're going to use zinc. Okay, so just keep in mind that all of them are going to be the same. You want to be careful around these. You don't want paint to get inside of that. Okay, so I might use sponges, because I don't want to get paint inside of that part, because I want as much light to show through as it can. Okay. Hi Heidi, how are you? I know, I saw yours. You're so cute. These are so fun. Hi Vicky, how are you? I wish I had time to do so many of them. I have 2 weeks and 2 days before my next craft show setup. It's gonna go by in a flash. I just know it. Okay, so my base part, I'll do brown. I need to get brown out because that's the color I like to do my base. Let's use espresso. Let's just start at the top and we'll paint all the way down, or we can do each color, whatever works. Okay, so I'll probably need more than one palette dish. Here's espresso, and the only thing that we have to paint espresso is our little base part. So, how was your day yesterday, guys? How was your Monday? It was the Monday-est Monday. My computer had problems, and then it's a holiday, so nothing gets shipped out. But we have a ton of things that are ready to go. So we're almost caught up on everything. So that's a good thing. I'm going to give you this section to purchase these guys if you want to get any of these. And then remember to use your coupon code. So let me give you the section that these are in. They're just in the Christmas section on the website, so you can grab them there. I entered, and there's a couple other things that I put in there that I painted last week. Let's see here. Christmas winter cutouts. Okay, they're in that section. I'm going to give you that section, and you can just scroll through and see all the different ones that I have. I'm going to try to get a sample of each one made this week, and then I need to make multiples of certain ones. So my people know at my craft show, here's what I was telling Tara. My people know at my craft show that they can take my ornaments off of my trees. Like if I only have one of something, then it's going to go onto the Christmas tree, okay, at my craft show. So, okay, we're just gonna use the sponge for the background on these. This one, it doesn't really matter because it doesn't have any holes, but I don't want to paint through the holes. But I was telling Tara, I wonder if some people are shy from taking the ornaments off, because I felt like they didn't take as many of the Peanuts ornaments off of the trees. So they did chop the other tree and take a lot of those off, but on my Peanuts tree, there were still tons of ornaments at the end. And I don't know, maybe some of my crafters restocked it, because that can happen too. But I need to make a little sign that says, please feel free to remove ornaments from the tree, or to purchase ornaments that are on the tree. I need to make a little sign so that people aren't shy and think, oh, that's her display. I don't want, because the tree, my Christmas trees that I have, that's where I put, like, if I just have one of something, I'm not going to hang it on my grid wall, because that's going to take up space. If I have, 3, 4, 5, 6, or a dozen, then I'm going to use a hook on my grid wall or a basket and put them in it. But I don't want to take up all the space on my grid wall if there's only one of something. Okay, that was winter blue. Okay, that's a perfect blue. And then we're going to do zinc at the bottom. I'm going to do exactly like the sample because I love how it looked. I might choose a different red, though. That Tuscan red's a good red, but I might choose a different red. Okay, so zinc. Zinc for this part. All right. And we have lots of white. There is a lot of white on here. Let me know if you have any questions. So these are so fun. My day today is a little split. I may have a good lead on a location for our spring craft show for the apple crate. My friend Cindy came and picked up her stuff. She wasn't able to pick up at the craft show, and so Judy packed up her stuff and I brought it home in John's truck. She came over yesterday and we were talking. She goes, well, why don't you have it at my church? And I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, yeah, my church has 2 different halls that they rent out all the time. And it's pretty big, and I can probably get you a good price. And I'm like, let's go look at it. So I'll probably do that this afternoon. I'm hoping, because you know what? It's really stressful for me, thinking that I don't have a spring location. I mean, we just got done with this craft show, but that's something we always have to look forward to the next one. Where is it going to be? We have to have our dates squared away and our contracts for the next craft show already done, so that we know that there's another one coming next spring, and we can tell our customers, because that was really hard for me to have to tell my customers, I'm sorry, we're not going to be in the same location in the spring, because they don't have a date for us, the craft show that I just got done. But I may be going to look at one this afternoon. So it's either today or tomorrow, whichever date she has available. She has a key to the church. She does a lot of stuff at the church. I'm going to be looking at that. So I'm excited. I'm hoping. Oh, the overhead camera froze. Okay. Well, let me see. Is it frozen on? Okay. Okay, I can see it with my hand. Is it still frozen? Okay. It's the camera with me. So the front camera is frozen. Okay. Okay, let me see. That's what Santa Claus house does. We have people that shop from the trees. Do a sign that says "Shop from the tree." Oh, shopping from the tree is welcomed. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so because I feel like they think that they can't shop from it. Not frozen for you. Perfect. Okay. I think sometimes there's just a little glitch. Okay, I'm going to use Desert Cactus for these. I kind of am liking that new color. It's darker than Aloe, and it's lighter than Hauser medium green, or Hauser light. It's lighter than Hauser medium green, and it's darker than Aloe. Desert Cactus. So we're going to use that for the trees and for the little wreaths. So anyways, I'm going to go look at this new location. Hopefully we have other locations. It's all about talking and finding the people that know the things. Okay, so I feel like when I was looking for my location in Chula Vista, I probably didn't search long enough. But we found a great location, but we pay the price. It's a hefty price. I'm looking to see if I want to use a different color. Should I use? Ooh, no, I really like the bright red. Okay, so that's more Christmassy. I'm gonna use Tuscan red. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna pour some on there so that I can save the other little palette dish thing for my slate gray. Okay, so this is Tuscan red. We need to do the little bows too. So I'm hoping to find out if that church is available for my dates that I have in March. It is hard to be in charge of things, guys. If you're doing craft shows, be kind to those people that are in charge. It's a lot of stress. It is. It's a big job. The advertising, all of that. The advertising is huge. For me, it's very expensive. It's a couple $1,000s to do all the advertising. And then also getting flyers out there to every show is so important for us. That's the way that we advertise our craft shows. I don't know how other places do, but we print flyers, and we print more flyers, and we hand them to our customers, and our customers might have a dozen flyers at home. But I wanted to use a sponge for this part. So I'll do this, and then I'll get a sponge for the word part, because I don't want to get any of the paint down in the words. I want to do it the easy way. All right. So I'm going to use a little makeup sponge. Let me get a little bit more paint in here. And then I'm going to get a paper towel so I can dab some of it off. Let me just scooch up just a tiny bit. So yes, there's a lot of painting on here, but it is pretty quick when you're doing 3 of something. So I know that assembly line painting is better than painting one. Okay, so I dabbed my little sponge in there, and then I'm going to carefully just kind of tap on here. This will require more than one coat. Okay, so I'm going to get my first coat of it on there. Need a little bit more than that. I probably tapped off too much, but I'd rather go light because I want my words to show through. Okay, I don't want to have to write them with my marker. That's what I'm trying to avoid with all of these. I want to be able to see my words and not have to get my marker out and write the words, because that's a pain in the butt. Just takes more time. So anyways, so I'm hoping to go look at a location. I have other feelers out for other locations for the craft show. We're always looking forward to the next one. So hi Karen Ross, how are you? Okay, let's get our second coats on everything. All right, so just gonna grab my brushes and we are just going to start, because pretty much it's dry. Okay, so that was espresso. You can use burnt umber, you can use milk chocolate. This is zinc. This is just underneath. And then we're going to use winter blue. These are so cute. The tedious part is going to be doing the, oh, where's my blue? Oh, I used the sponge. I'm like, where is that? Here it is. The tedious part will be doing the lights. So, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. And I'm going to use, to protect, I don't have the little finger protectors for the lights. I'm going to use my multi-tool to do that. I hope there's one in there that's clean. The little squeegees are really good protectors when you're doing your gluing. But those little, of course I stuck my finger in it. Those little finger protectors from Dollar Tree, those work too. I just don't know where they're at. I think I put a whole box of them up for sale at my last craft show in the summer. I think I did. I think I remember having an entire thing full of them. Okay, I got paint on my finger. I'm just trying to get it off. Okay, white. Let's do all of our white. You made me do it. You ordered some. They were so cute. I love them. They're just so fun. So there's 11 different ones. And there's different choices, and make sure you use your coupon code. Okay, so your VIP 25 is going to get you 25% off every single day. You can always send me a message and say, hey Darlene, how do I find the code? It's in the VIP group, but you can also just ask me. I'm really kind about that. You're my people. You're on here supporting me every day. So I want to make sure that you guys always get a discount. So let me know if you have questions. They are adorable. You might have to get a job to say goodbye. You know what? I wish I had more time to do everything, because I know they're going to be a hit at my craft show. I just know it. So I struggle with pricing though. I really do. I struggle with how much to charge people, because my ornaments, I probably don't charge enough. I charge $7.95. A lot of people charge more. When we did personalized ones, I charged more for them because I sat there and I personalized. But I don't know. I just feel like I like to give my people a good deal. Is your order ready? Yes, your order is ready for pickup. Yeah, you should have got a notification yesterday. I didn't put it out on the porch last night because the wind. When I know that you're going to come pick it up, Jenny, I will put it out there. I worried that we would get some hurricane force wind and it would be flying to Yuma by now. So it looks pretty clear out there. Did you guys see? Did you see on the news or on Facebook some of the places like in Tempe, Arizona? I mean, basically they had tornado type weather. It was pretty crazy. It was cray cray. Okay, so gonna do this And then I'll use the sponge to do that again. And then I think we might do the white one more time. I'll take a look at it and see if we need to do another coat of white. Oh, perfect. You're setting it for Vanita. Yes. Okay, that sounds great. You submitted your orders without knowing about the code, but it was worth. Oh, okay. Yeah. So use this code now. From now on, use VIP 25. You're going to get a 25% discount. So you guys are my VIPs. You're on here every day supporting me. I try to make sure everybody remembers. But it is in the VIP group. You can always go there. It's pinned at the top of the page. So you can, it's hard though. I have a hard time finding things on other people's pages. So I never mind if you say, hey, Darlene, what is that code? I can't find it. It happens all the time. Yeah. I have a hard time sometimes finding people's stuff on their pages. Okay. All right. So there we go. All right, let's dry everything, and then we're going to be inking stuff. Your girlfriend is in Mesa, has her pool overflowing. Oh my goodness, that's cray cray. Yeah, it's. Did you get the giant shelf sitter? I did. So I do have the giant shelf sitter. I didn't cut it out last night. I focused mainly on just these, but I do have it. Yes. Yes, Kimberly. Keep thinking you forgot the code on your last order, but it was a sale. Yeah. So when I have the sales, it's automatic, and everybody gets the sale price. We generally do a sale once a month at random times for a few days. And what happens is that will generate 100 orders or more, and then we keep busy for 2 weeks getting those out. So for you guys, you can always order at 25% off. We never do more than 30% off because we need to be able to pay for our supplies. Okay, it looks like the white looks okay. I think we're done. As soon as it's 100% dry, then we'll start inking everything and we'll glue it together. We'll do the lighted ones first because they need to be dry before we flip them over. So let's do this. Let's get this paint moved. So that's the colors on this one. I think I'm going to do all of the background ones that have the sky like that with that same blue. Okay, we're dry. We are dry. Okay, you want to see what this one's going to look like when it's all together? I'm going to assemble one so we can kind of see how adorable it's going to look. So there are 3 of the snowflakes. One goes down here next to the little lacy part. Okay, there's those. And then there's this bow up here. There's the white part on that, and then at the bottom is our Merry Christmas. So this is what it's going to look like. Look how cute that is. Okay, so let's pull all our pieces off. I wanted to make sure it was going to look right. That's for our stand. One's a stander, one's an ornament. And then the other one's an ornament without the holes for the lights. Okay, so we do need to ink our edges on things. So I'm just going to push this up and I'm going to group everything back, all the barns together, all the, I don't ever ink my snowflakes because I want those to just be snowflakes. But I'm going to group everything together in stacks so that it's easier to just do all the wreaths, all the scallop part, all of the little Merry Christmas. I even have a Sasquatch one that says Merry Squatchmas. It's so cute. So these will be fun. And the little batteries are, they're available at Dollar Tree. You can buy like big packs of them to have to swap it out. Okay. And I did change my tape this morning. Did you notice? I got new tape this morning because I needed to. Okay. let me just scooch things up a little bit, and we will start inking the edges with our ink pad. I probably won't need to do much else. I always like to use my ink pad. A lot of people, they shade it other ways, but winter blue, yeah, it is winter blue. That's the name of it. Yeah, winter blue. Okay, so let me do this. I'm just going to ink the edges on everything. We're just going to go through everything, then we'll start gluing together. It's easier to batch things. I just do that. I do all of this, all of that, you know, all the inking, all the gluing, all the assembly, all of the bows, you know, the lights, all that stuff. So if you do things in batches like that, if you have a bunch to do, even if they're different ornaments and you just do all your inking at the same time, it's just easier. It's easier and more efficient to do batches of things. If you're a laser person, don't do one ornament at a time. That's why I'm doing 3. There are 3 different styles of the same ornament. So a standard, an ornament with lights, an ornament without lights. I didn't do the standard without lights because you guys can envision what it looks like. I mean, it's just without the lights. It just is flat at the back, doesn't have the layers. And, okay. Little teeny tiny bows just have a little bit of this on them. If you want to use the white, you can. I tend to just use the espresso truffle ink, and I just put a little bit, okay? So it's not doing a whole lot on the edge. It's just a little bit just to give it something, okay? I don't need any on the top because the white part's there. It just kind of gives it a little bit of shading. And this is the way that I like to do it. It's my style. If you want to use a brush, if you're a tool painter and you are used to shading it the other way, you can do that. Go for it. We all paint a little different. I just like to show, whoops, the easy way. We're going to drop things. I just like to show people the easy way. I just put a little bit of ink on the edges, and I just kind of move the piece with my finger, just kind of turn it around. Before we know it, we'll be done with all this instead of doing it with the brush. Okay, I am not a patient person. We used to do all of our shading and detailing with a brush. Tara did it tediously with a paintbrush, and it's hard. And her hands won't work that way anymore. She has so many issues with her hands since COVID. It's really sad. She has old lady hands. Sorry, old ladies, where our hands get that way, get crippled up. Even the best of us. I was really sad to see one of my friends that does a lot of sewing. Her hands are just getting so bad that she may have to give it up. And I was like, no, I need you. She helps cashier, and I'm really sad that, you know, that starts happening. I need to send her this thing. My husband has this heated thing that my daughter-in-law told us about. It has the infrared. He actually was using it last night. His hands start hurting him so bad. Okay, let's assemble the ones that have lights first, and the base. We're just gonna go in that direction. Okay, I have my glue right here. I am gonna need to have a little thing with the sponge. Okay, I do have another one here. I don't know if this will be enough. I think I have a whole new one. I tend to bring the small ones in here. Oops, I don't know what happened. I just got some inside of the groove. I'm out of control today, guys. And there's nothing new about that. If I can make a mess with something, I'm definitely going to do it. It just happens. Okay, there's that. All right, everything's okay. I'm not frozen. All right, let's get this thing glued together. Let's see how adorable it is. Where's my new one? I know I had it. Oh, there it is. I think that's, yeah, that one's completely new. There's a whole new one. I like to use all of it. Every little bit of it. You guys, I was so happy to see all of the prisoners come home Wasn't it just so amazing yesterday to see so many families be reunited after their loved ones had been in prison for 2 years? It just warms my heart to see that happening. Can you even imagine that your husband, your son, your nephew, it seemed to be all men. I think it was, that they were imprisoned. And then some of the bodies of the ones, there were people that had passed. So some of those bodies were starting to be taken to the forensic department so they could determine who those people were. But I think they kind of knew, but they wanted to 100% identify. I'm just happy that they are doing that. Okay, I do need to put some little white polka dots on this. And if you want to put little red dots on the wreath, I didn't do that yet. I think we will do that. I'm just so happy for those families that they have their loved ones back. It just means so much to me. I actually have one of my craft show vendors, Lily, just got back from Israel. She went over there to help. She's actually a professor at the college here, and she speaks several different languages. She went over there during the summer, and she when she came back to set up at the craft show, she actually had to set up the day of the craft show because she had just got back. So, all right, get my little snowflakes in there. Okay, my other one goes up here. Now I am missing one hole, which that's okay. I'll just have an extra light on the back side that doesn't go anywhere. No big deal. Okay, so that's all of my pieces. Nope, it's not. I need my trees. Don't forget the trees, Darlene. Get my little trees. I'm just using my little sponge to put a tiny amount. It does dry clear. Don't stress if you see glue on there. It really doesn't show, guys. It dries clear and it is fine. Okay, there's like a little goober there. Okay, look at how cute that is. That's so cute. So we will do little tiny red dots on our wreath, and then I'm going to do some white dots on that part. I probably should have done it before, but that's okay. We're just going to keep going. Let me know if you have questions. So these are on the website. I did put the link above. I'll give you the link again so that you have that. This is the link for the section that has all of these. There's a whole bunch of different ones. So here's the link. Oops, not airdrop. I can't airdrop to all of you. Let me give you the link again. Okay, there's that. All right. Right where you put the last snowflake is where the hole's meant. Yes. Yeah, it is. I know. So it's that one. So what happened, probably this was ungrouped when I was cutting, which means the file wasn't grouped together. Once in a blue moon that will happen, that it's not grouped when you purchase a file, and I didn't notice it. And so somewhere one of my little holes disappeared. I could drill it out if I wanted to, but and I actually did notice it last night. I didn't want to plop it back in the laser and redo it. I will just, what I'll do is I'll just go in there and I'll figure out which one's missing it and I'll fix it. But I'll make sure that you guys don't purchase one like that. You'll have all yours. You'll have all of your holes. Yeah, it happens. It happens to the best of us. If that's the least that happens to me when I'm doing all this, I will be just fine. I've had things go wrong. Many things go wrong many different times when I make stuff, or the laser, or you do this, or you cut it all to pieces instead of scoring. Oh my goodness. That's the worst, when you pull it out and it's just pieces instead of having all the little score lines. Sometimes you have the wrong setting. Happens to the best of us. Sarah never does that. Right, Sarah? Oh my goodness. You know, it's all about learning and then learning again and learning again and learning again. When I do picture frames, sometimes I have the wrong setting and I'll instead of engraving, it will cut something on there and I'm like, "Oh, why do I learn this?" I learn the same mistake over and over sometimes. Sometimes we just don't learn. We keep repeating. I try not to. I try to learn from my mistakes. I try. But there's times when it's like, I just did that last week and here we go again. It's because we're human, and you know what? I don't beat myself up over things like that because we are just human. It is just the way it is. Okay, I do need to glue these together. I probably will stop for a second. Okay, so we have two glued together. We do need to glue the backers on these. Okay, so I am going to glue. I'm going to do it so this outside part is the nice part. You saw the other designs and now you want them all. I know there's so many, huh? Hi, Anna. How are you? There are a lot to choose from. So it's a good thing. But you can get a few now and a few another time. They'll always be there. I very seldom do things that are, okay, this is limited, you know. I don't like to do that to people. Okay, so I will do it so you can get it whenever. It's the same with our monthly kits. I don't say, okay, there's only 3 left. We don't put things in the monthly kits that we don't have a lot of. So when we do our monthly kits, we cut them as you order them. If you order one next year in the fall and it's the kit from this year, it's going to be there. I don't like to be that type of person that because we get busy, sometimes I put paper on the tumbler upside down. Oh yeah, it happens. It happens. Yeah, you can spread it out. So I just am not the type of person that wants you to feel like, oh, I have to get everything right now. I don't ever want my people to, okay, I have to paint this because that's hanging. So let me get my sponge to paint that. That's the hanging part. Don't spend money on stuff that, if you don't have money, don't go into debt over ornaments. I don't ever want people to feel like, oh, I have to use my credit card and get right now because they're going to be gone. I don't do that to people. So I don't create FOMO unless I truly only have like 3 of the Chocator stencils left. And then I say, this is what I have. But on the wood cutout kits, I will cut as many as you want. And they will be available next year also. So, yeah. Because I don't like people to do that to me. I don't like high pressure sales, and I'm never that way. I'll never say, join my team right now, blah, blah, blah. I don't. I'm always happy to have people join my team, but I am not a high pressure person. I am about as laid back as they get and as understanding on finances because I want everybody to only spend the money that they have. Okay. We all have a budget for things, right? We all have a budget for how much can we spend on fun stuff like this. You know, don't overspend. Not worth it in the end. If you need stuff for gifts, these are great gifts. But don't overspend just because you want everything. You don't have to have everything. You're like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I know. Yeah, that's the way I am. I don't want my people to go into debt over crafts. Yeah. Not at all. Set your budget. Know what you can spend. Don't go over it. I don't want it on my conscience. because I love you guys and I care about you, you know. Okay, we are going to do the little red dots on our wreath, and we are, and oops, that's kind of crooked, and on our white dots on the back, on the blue part, so it kind of looks like snow. You can use like the shimmer frost if you want to make it look like snow. I think I'm gonna not do that this time. There might be some other ones that I do that I add that, but not this time. Okay. I just respect you guys, and I really just want to make sure that you are only spending what you can. Try to look out for you guys. May not be the best business strategy, but guess what, guys? I'm not in this to make $1 bazillion. I'm in this to teach people how to do it, because I love that I can teach people how to create something and they can say, I made this. I mean, the best feeling in the world is being able to give somebody something and say, I made it. I made it for you, you know? Or you're wearing a sweatshirt or a t-shirt and they go, I love that. And you go, I made it. You know, it's a great feeling of accomplishment to create. And it raises our endorphins. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to be able to sit down and make stuff. And I do things that are easy to duplicate. I don't do a lot of difficult stuff because I want everybody to be able to create. Okay, let's do our little dots. I'm going to get my stylus. Okay, so one of these is the stander, one is an ornament, and this is an ornament without lights. Okay, so all right, let me find another little dish for some red paint. And I have my one for my white, but let's do our red first. I'm going to use the teeny tiny end of the stylus to do little berries on my wreath. Okay, not a lot of them, just a few here and there. Okay, that's enough on there. It just kind of breaks it up too, so that it's not just green. I'm not going to put any on the tree. They didn't put anything on the tree. They only put it on the little wreath. And then we'll dry, and then we can flip it over. We can start the lights. So I'm hoping I can dry it pretty quickly. Okay, so I'm going to wipe that off, and then I'm going to bring in the white, and we'll do some white snow, like little dots. I'm going to use the other end, the bigger end, and just do some white dots here and there. I really should have done this before, but it's okay. It's all good. Now I know where to fit it around all of my snowflakes. Okay. Less is more. You don't need to have it look like it snowed. Oh, there's a hair. Where's the hair? Oh, it's on the table. I thought it was attached to the ornament, because that wouldn't surprise me if I was donating. I was donating my hair. Okay, this one you could put a little bit more because there are not any lights on it. So you can do a little bit more if you want to. Kind of try to do a pattern, but random too. Does that make sense? Kind of back and forth. Okay, let me just fill that in there. Okay, it looks good. Let's dry that, and then we're going to assemble. We'll put the lights on. I haven't done the lights before, so it's a whole learning experience. I do have a multi-tool ready so that I don't get my fingers in there. So I'm hoping that will work. Hi, Judy, how are you? We're doing little barn ornaments that are lighted. Can't wait to do them. Get them all finished. So they have fairy lights in them. Yeah. They're going to be so cute. My little bow is a little crooked over here. Okay, I got it fixed. So Judy, Cindy came and picked her stuff up yesterday, and she told me that possibly her church would work for the craft show. So evidently she wasn't there at the show to get in on the conversation, and she didn't know that we were looking for a place, and she's gonna take me over to her place, to her church, and we're gonna see if it will work. So I'll go. Oops, I just dropped one of my beads. I just dropped a bead. Let me see if I can find it. It dropped on the floor. Oh my goodness, it rolled away. Yes, it did. It rolled underneath. Oh boy, I probably can't find it. Okay, let me see if I have more up here. I might have to run and grab a bead. Or we'll just not do that one. Darn it. Honestly, it just rolled underneath. I'm not going to be able to get it out from there. Well, we can do this other one. So, they have a big room, and to the right of the park. Yeah, they have 2 rooms available is what she said. So they have two rooms that they rent out. And she thought that it would be fairly inexpensive because she's in charge and she has the key. So, all right. So you're going to unwind your fairy lights, get them all unwound. I haven't unwound one yet, so I don't know what I didn't know how involved this would be. Okay, so there are 10 lights on here. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, you've been to a wedding reception there. Okay, nice. I don't even know exactly where it's at. She said it's in El Cajon. So that's all that I know. Okay, so don't make this mistake. You need to thread it through here first, because this part's going to go on the back. We need to thread it through here because the controller is going to be on the back side. Okay, we are going to Velcro the controller back here. All this extra stuff's going to be inside of this. So trying to decide which way to do this. So the Velcro pieces are pretty small, and there's little screws. I'm thinking that I'll just put it like that, and then you can just take it off and you can change it out. So you have to thread it through there first, okay? And then we just start gluing it. So you want these to show through. So what you're going to do is you're going to glue it next to this so that each of the, and we're going to wind the wire back and forth. So what we'll probably do, I'm trying to think of strategy, because there's going to be a lot of wire in between. Maybe I'll just kind of go back and forth. I think I can do that first. And then as you get to the top, it's closer together. Okay, I have my hot glue gun here. I'm going to bring up the whole thing. Okay, I keep my hot glue gun on this pad here so that it doesn't get glue all over my floor. All right, so let's do this. All right, whew, it's a little stressful. Here is my little thing. It would be easier if I had one of those finger things. I don't have one in here, so maybe the little finger things would be better. But I'm going to put just a little bit of glue right here, and then I'm going to use my multi-tool. I'm going to get that straight. You want your light to be right there on the opening. You're not going to poke them through the opening, okay? They're not going to actually go through there. They don't fit through there. Oops. My glue's flying. This one kind of leaks a little bit. It actually flung some glue there. I'm going to put a little bit more on there. Okay. All right. Watch your fingers so you're not sticking your fingers in this. I just have this fear that I am going to get my fingers burnt. Okay. So I'm going to be really careful and press that down. Okay. So there. All right. So it is glued. I don't really like using hot glue. Hi, Julie. We are live still. We are doing the lights on here. Okay, so I'm going to kind of bend this. Now, the wire is going to kind of go back and forth. Okay, so I'm going to get the next one ready. And then we're going to loop the wire around to the other side. Like I said, this is going to be the most tedious part of this. Okay, so I have to get some glue next to it because the wire is going to go, you want the light to be right over the light, okay? And then the wire is going to go back. So I'm going to take my little, my multi-tool, and I'm just going to press it down on there, okay? I want to make sure that I'm not touching it with my finger when it's hot, okay? But I am going to press it down afterwards. And then this just peels right off of your multi-tool. You can use the little finger things. I just don't happen to have any of the little finger dauber things, okay? So be careful, don't do it too much. Like this one barely reaches. It barely reaches over there. So if I wanted to, I could go up here to this one. I might just do that. I might just go right up to this one next and just go back and forth this way. So however you want to do it. Let me turn on the lights to make sure they work. Okay, there we go. So there's my lights. Okay. Use your low temp. Yeah, I would use low temp too. This one doesn't have, this is the height. Oh, it does say, okay, I'm going to turn it to low. Thank you. I'm turning it to low. It does have the thing on it. Okay. But it works really good. It works really good to use the little, my little multi-tool to kind of squish that down. So, Sylvia, I'm going to be going to look at a location. Cindy Vasquez has a church in El Cajon that she does all the flowers and she helps clean, you know, when they need help with stuff. So I'm going to go look at it. Maybe that'll be our spring place. There's 2 rooms, so it'd be kind of cool to have a separate room for checkout or a separate room for craft swap or whatever. Okay. I'm only sticking my finger on it after it's cooled down, okay? So we're going to be gluing this together. Keep in mind that you can't go all the way to the side because this part is there. Oh, so maybe that was a reason why she glued one of these onto the outside so she made sure that it didn't go on it. My Chula Vista Church is available for my craft show. Yes. So my Chula Vista one is available. So that one is on the last week of March. We're looking for the second and third week of March for our Apple Crate show. Okay. Gonna get this in here. Yeah, I think what I would do is I would put one of these on here so that you don't go out into that area, to just kind of remind you to not do that. Okay. So I think I will pick up some of those little finger things, the finger protectors that you use for glue. I think that would work good. Okay. So you're just kind of winding this. That's why there's a little pocket in here, is so that you can wind the wire and the wire isn't going to show. Okay, because you're just kind of winding it back and forth. Okay, so some glue on this side and on that side, and then put this. Yeah, this will be the most time-consuming part of the project. The painting part is going to go quickly. So, yeah, I have to go return the key. Yesterday was a holiday, so I have to go return the key to St. Luke's. They were not in because it was a holiday. And maybe go look at the place with Cindy, which would be good. Okay. Yeah, that's the stressful part for people. So you know what I saw? So the show that is up in LA, the big show, what is that? The one that's at Orange County and is also at the shopping center that the shopping center is closing. Which one is the name? Oh, I can't think of the name of it. Someone here will think of it. It's at Orange County Fairgrounds too. So the shopping center is closing. Can you believe that? The Long Beach Shopping Center is closing, so they are not able to do their December show. Cindy went to the Catholic Church in La Mesa. She says it's off of El Cajon Boulevard. She's maybe it is off of El Cajon. Maybe it is in El Cajon Boulevard in La Mesa. Those match your red. Yes, second or third week of March. Yeah, is what we're looking for this show. So, she told me maybe it's off of El Cajon Boulevard in La Mesa. Maybe that's why I couldn't find it on the map. It says it's up on the hill. So, maybe I'm wrong that it's not El Cajon. She says it's only 5 minutes from the other show, which is good. We want to stay in the same location, guys. We want to, if you're doing a craft show, you don't want to move all the way across town. Although it did work when I did my show down in Bonita, I had to move it, and we moved it to Chula Vista, which was a good 10 minutes away. St. Martin. Okay, perfect. Okay, so El Cajon Boulevard in La Mesa. See, I misunderstood. So what happened to me, Judy, on the drive home on Friday night, there was so much traffic when I got on. I wasn't able to change lanes. I was forced to go off on El Cajon Boulevard. And so I was talking about that. And she goes, "Oh, that's where the church is." So it's El Cajon Boulevard in La Mesa, but it was wrong. Yeah. So you know where I'm talking about when you're going home. And if you don't get over and there's all the traffic, I was blocked in. And I'm like, "Oh, I guess I'm going through El Cajon tonight." So sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm just tediously gluing these on here. There is not an easier way to do this. You just have to do it. Okay, the little finger dauber things would work better. Now there are 20 packs, so some of our things require more lights. Okay, this one has 10. We do have the little Christmas tree has a 20 pack, and then also the nativity has a 20 pack lights. Okay, so this one's easy. So, okay, I think what we'll do is we'll just do this one. I won't make you sit and watch me glue the next one because you don't need to know that. We'll just do one, and then I'll do the ornament and show you how to do the bow on it. And then we'll be done. And I'll just do the other one on my own time. So this is the stander. Okay, so you have all that. You're just going to kind of wind this stuff up here, and we're going to glue it together. And then we're gonna make sure it works first. You can actually pull that off of there if you needed to. So let me just turn it on. Here's the back part. You can push that down in there, okay? We're going to Velcro that on. So here's what it looks like, guys. Here's all the little lights. Look how cute that looks. So I got all my lights in there. Has great parking. Okay, it would be perfect. Okay, perfect. So as long as they have the date available, then we're good. So we don't know if that date's available, but it might be available for the summer if we're not able to use the other place for the summer. So yes, Cindy, you know how Cindy's funny. She's like, "I don't think they'd even charge you to do it." I'm like, "Cindy, they're going to charge us." She's so funny. She's so funny. Okay, I need my glue again. I forgot. I put my glue back. But so we'll see. We'll see how it goes because she says they rent it out all the time. They actually rent both rooms all the time. And yeah. I'm confident we're going to find a place. Okay, I'm trying not to get glue on this. So it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky to do this, but it can be done. You're just going to make sure that all those wires are in there, and then you're going to line this up. how cute it is. This is adorable, guys. Okay, so this is the stander. It's going to have to sit here before we put it into that because we don't want it to move around. Okay, so I'm just kind of feeling the edges, making sure I'm lined up okay. I am going to flip it over and show you how to do the Velcro. We're going to figure it out together because I haven't done it yet. Okay, so I didn't know if I need 1 or 2 pieces of Velcro. I'm honestly thinking we just need 1. Okay, so we might just do 1. So let's do that. I feel like 1's going to be enough. We can add the other one if we need to. Okay, so we're going to open it up. And we're going to just put one of the pieces on the back of this. So I want it to be easy for people to get to it. I'm kind of thinking that I just want to do it right like that. And then they can pull it up and they can turn it over and they can change the battery if they need to. Okay, maybe we do need both. I don't want it to be hard though. So let's just take one off. It doesn't matter which side, honestly, it doesn't, because... And then you're going to put the other side onto there, and we'll peel off the backer and we'll attach that to our thing. So Velcro is a good way to do this. Okay, I'm just going to press it down onto there. Okay, and then here's, yeah, maybe we do need 2 to keep it flat. Okay, so I'm going to do the other one. We do need 2 to keep it flat because otherwise it kind of moves up. All right, so let's put the other one on. I did include 2 in the picture so that... Okay, so I'm just putting it there and then put the backer on there and then I'll just line those back up. Okay, so it's easy to pull this up and change out that battery. Also, it's easy to go behind that and turn the light on. Okay, all right, so I'll do this on my own time. You don't have to sit and watch me do another one of those. Let's do the ribbon. You can choose which one. Okay, so I have to do this one because my black bead rolled underneath the table. So you're going to have jute and you're going to have ribbon. Put the screw side facing down, facing out, so they're able to, yeah, we can just go like that, and then they can switch it over and change it. I just think it looks more clean with the screws towards the thing, but either way is fine because this pulls out a little bit. So it'll pull out about 4 or 5 inches. Do you guys think I should do it the other way so the screw side's up? I mean, either way is fine. They can turn it. It just pulls off. That's why I have it like that. So either way. Okay. All right. So that's going to go into this base. For this one, we're going to just do our little bead. You're going to fold your jute in half and then pinch it tight and then feed it through here. Open that up, grab the tails, and then you're going to thread the bead through. Okay, so thread that through. I tie a knot when I get it on there. I tie a knot there, and then I tie a knot at the top. Okay, so tie a knot there, and then tie a knot here, and then that's your little hanger. So this is the one that doesn't have lights. Okay, I think they're cute even without lights. I think they're adorable. And then I trim it, and then here's the bow. So I'm going to do the bow. Tie my little bow. I'm going to sit for a second. My feet are still hurting from the craft show. I tell you, I need to get special insoles for my shoes. That would be great. I need to do that soon. So somebody else got them. I think it was Jennifer, and she's like, oh my gosh, it just made so much difference to get them. Okay, all right, so there's my little bow. I'm going to trim it down, and it's going to go right there, and then we're going to be done. I think they're so cute. They're adorable. Okay, there's that. There's that. Making sure that it's not too big. I can trim it down. I know, they're so fun. They're kind of tedious work, but that, like I said, the worst part is the lights, and you're just going to assembly line them. Okay, so Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of glue right up here by the bead. I like it to kind of hold the bead in place. And I am just going to push that into there, and then that one's done. So you have that one, and then this is going to go into the thing. We're going to put some glue at the bottom here on the stand. And then I'll do the other one that's an ornament. I'll do it after. You guys don't have to sit and watch. Press that down into the stand all the way. It's a smaller stand. And then I do hot glue at the back so that stand doesn't come apart. So I just run a bead of hot glue right there. And then we're done, guys. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll do this later. Plus, I got to go grab another bead since it ran underneath. All right. Okay. Thanks for being here, guys. Let me put you up to myself and I'll show you. Yeah, there we go. I just think they're adorable. Okay, but pricing. So pricing on this little thing with the lights. The lights are not expensive, but that tedious little time to do them, it takes a long time. I just think they're so darn cute. I can't wait to have a whole bunch of them lined up. But yeah, and just I could put a little sign that says I light up. I need like a little sticker or something that says I light up, but people will get the idea. All right. Well, I hope you have a fantastic day. I will finish doing this. I'll go grab another bead since the other one is just gone. All right. Thanks for being here, guys. I have so much fun with this. This is my favorite part of the day. I love creating with you guys. You are amazing. We will be doing a chocolate tour stencil tomorrow. We'll get back to some of that. I just kind of go back and forth, but I was so excited about these. I had to show you guys. So grab some if you want them. They will be there. $12 for lights. It's $12 for 12 lights. Yeah. So yeah, it's $12 for 12 sets of lights. So they're $1 a piece. Oh, you're saying sell them for $12. Is that what you're saying? Oh, sell them for $12, maybe $12.99. Maybe that's a good price. I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, the light part cost me $1 a piece, but they're a pain in the booty to get it in there. It takes a little bit of labor. I'm kind of feeling like $12.99, but that's a lot. I'm not sure. It's kind of small, but it's a lot. $12.99, $11.99. I don't know. Pricing is the hardest thing. I got the lights off of Amazon, but they're included. Hi Pam, how are you? Yeah, I will let you know. I'll let you know, Judy. Yeah, if you want to go with this, you could. It's going to be in the afternoon, either today in the afternoon, like afternoon sometime, like 1 o'clock-ish, 2 o'clock-ish, today or tomorrow. So it just depends on what her schedule is. She just said Tuesday, Wednesdays are better for her. So, yeah. The lights are, they are the fairy lights off of Amazon. And this one just has 10 on it. So it works perfectly. I have some other projects that have 20. They require 20. All right. I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day.